Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a very special video. And as I mentioned prior, I made my list of the Dream 100. People that I want to network with, people that I want to talk about experiences. And I mentioned that I reach out to them because I want to interview them in my channel so they can talk about their experiences, what they're doing with their business, where they're taking them. So you can see that there's a lot of people starting their businesses, starting online, and they started at the same point that you are, and they went through a lot of struggles before they actually got that aha moment, before they got to that point where they say, this is enough. I am going to succeed, and failure is not an option. If I fail, I just gonna stand up again until I actually succeed for good. There's no intro in the video. We're gonna jump right into the interview with my friend Diana Libreros, which I really appreciate the fact that she decided to jump into a call with me and create this interview. And it's a lengthy one, but when you're talking with someone that has the same mindset as you do in the conversation, it's fun. So let's go to it. And we're ready to go. Diana, very nice to meet you. Thank you for coming into my channel. How are you today?
Thank you for having me, Carlos. I'm excited. I'm excited. It's always a new experience, always a fun experience.
Absolutely. It's always nice to talk to other entrepreneurs because the idea behind all this is I want to show people that we all go to the same struggles, but we all are trying to find eventually create that life that we always dreamed of.
Yeah.
It's very possible, like we all are capable of doing, but I know there's always roadblocks for people. And
Yeah.
through your experience, I would like for people to understand that it's possible, but there's work involved because I see a lot of people thinking that all you do is to jump online, create a blog or a YouTube channel, and then tomorrow, they're actually gonna be famous.
Yeah. That's not how it happens at all.
and,
Not at all.
and people just give up too easy, and
Yeah.
it's the reason why I set up a few interviews in my channel, and you're the first one. So again, thank you so much for coming. And
Oh, no problem.
so,
Thank you for being out.
oh, I know. I seen your lives. They're very entertained. And first of all, I want people to know that you have a Facebook group. So where did
Okay.
that group?
Okay, so Facebook group, it's about blogging and just like, getting set up, creating traffic and all that good stuff because fun story is I started a blog with my little sisters. It's like a travel blog.
Okay.
And every Sunday we get together, we have a meeting and we're just like, okay, this is what we have to do this week, this is what we need to do this week. And then they're always like, I don't understand what you're talking about. I'm like, you're talking about like it's so easy. And it's just like it goes to show you that you feel like you haven't learned a lot throughout the years, but you're just so far ahead from people that are just getting started. So I was like, instead of being reached out to individuals, let me just start a group and then do that and then just share that training there. So that's why I started the group. And then the name of the group is the Blog Life Master Plan because the name of the game is to build a business on your blog. Throughout your blog. That's like your brand. That's like okay, this is your home base. That's what I like to call it.
That's exactly right. And a lot of people don't seem to understand that. Uh, Sometimes they concentrate too much on just doing one thing on social media, but I try to explain sometimes that we don't own these places. We
Yeah, no,
have a
not at
Facebook
all.
group or a YouTube channel, but I've seen it over and over. They keep shutting them down for certain reasons. And
Yeah,
if you don't have a home base, how you reach people,
exactly.
right?
Yeah, what's it called? I don't know if you remember, but at the beginning of the year, I think like in March, Instagram shut down. Like you couldn't upload anything on Instagram. You can't upload. I think WhatsApp was down. Something was up with Facebook, and that was that day. I remember it was a Wednesday because I used to upload on Wednesdays. And I was like, the next day, people were like, "Oh, Instagram was down. Instagram was back up." And I was like, I was still getting traffic to my blog because I was focusing on building traffic to my blog. So that's when I realized it is important to have like your own home base. It's like the content that you own versus content that belongs to social media platforms like Facebook and Instagram.
And that's absolutely right. And that's something that I know you and I went through the one funnel away challenge, and it's one
Yeah,
of the principles of Russell, right? You want
yeah,
you want to get in front of the traffic that you own is the
yeah,
you want, but then you have traffic that you don't own, and then it's traffic that you can borrow, and
yeah,
that concept that a lot of people don't understand it. And I can tell you from experience that my main issue was always like, how can I generate traffic?
yeah.
How
I
can
think
I?
that's an issue that everyone has. It's like how can I consistently generate traffic? And once you like figure it out, you just like it's money. But it does take consistent. It does take consistency, and it does take tweaking a few things from time to time because things do change.
You see, and that's a perfect explanation, and I hope that people get that point right before they even started. That once you understand the traffic part of it, everything else will just fall in place, and it will be a lot easier for you to create content that people are looking for, but
Yeah.
also not trying to do too many things at once. And actually, one of the questions that I had is like, what is your main uh, way of trying to bring traffic through your blog besides doing search engine optimization on your blogs?
Okay. So, quite honestly, at the beginning of the year, I was doing a million things at once, trying to get traffic to my blog. And what I was doing was I wasn't actually focusing on SEO. I was doing like Pinterest, I was doing YouTube, I was doing Facebook, I was doing Twitter, I was doing Instagram, and it was just like trickles of traffic. It was like a few here, a few there, and I was like, okay, whatever. But what I noticed was that if I didn't share my content on my social media platforms, I wasn't getting any traffic. So what I realized was, if I wanted consistent traffic that came in when I wasn't doing anything about it, was I had to focus on SEO. So what I did was, because like I like to experiment with things. So for a whole month, like all my content, I posted content 5 times a week on my blog, and then I would create one post where it was like a video and a blog, like written content, and it was all SEO. And like for 2 months straight, it was nonstop traffic. I didn't have to share anything. Like it was just like nonstop coming in. So it like you do need SEO. You know what I'm saying? And then what happens is people that come in, what we need to do is this is something that we've learned from Russell, and that is that you need to build an email list. So those are my two keys for creating traffic consistently. You bring them in automatically because they're coming to find you no matter what. And then once they do, if they want more of your content, they're going to sign up for that list. So whenever you have new content, you're like, hey, check it out. I got a new post. And then they check it out. So that's what it comes down to.
And you see, and that's why I always talk about the one funnel away challenge being the training that completely changed everything for me, because
Yeah.
even before I started, I had no idea what I was doing. I actually went into ClickFunnels first, but I
Yeah.
for a while because I was like, I don't understand what this is. I'm like, I started a blog post a long time ago, and it was on fitness, but
Yeah.
I didn't understand the concepts of the SEO. Um, and I did something like you did. I started going into Facebook. I started using Pinterest, and that's the only way that I got traffic. I stopped that for a while, and after I went look into my analytics, zero. It was a complete like
Zero.
line of
Zero.
nothing because the SEO is terrible on my blog post. So eventually, I
Yeah.
will go back and try to work into the SEO now that I get this part of the game. But I hope that people understand that the one funnel away challenge though is not only just for funnels, but it's the teachings that you get inside that training. And that's how you and I met. And that's why people want to.
Yeah.
I said, when you network with other people in this training, it's just amazing to know and see how many entrepreneurs are out there doing the same things that we are. And
Yeah.
we all go through the same struggles, and then we make friendships, and then you never know what's going to bring into the future, because you don't, I see a
Yeah.
lot of people believing that they need to go through this by themselves, and
Yeah.
you know what, and that's why a lot of people give up way too easy. And that was actually part of a question that I have for you. How are you being just continually create content, and how you work the days where you just feel like you want to give up because things don't seem to be going the way that you planned before?
Okay, so what's it called? The beginning of the year, actually got fired from my job, and I was like, you know what? Everything's meant to be. Everything happens for a reason. But I'm 30 now, and all throughout my 20s, what I did for a living was I was a chef,
Okay.
and it was just like it was intense. You know, there were days where like I would eat all day. There were days where I come in at 8 in the morning, and then I'm getting ready to go home at 5 o'clock, and they're like, "Hey, someone called in. I need you to work till close." So it was just like I was working at one Italian restaurant, and this place was like in Orlando near Disney World.
Oh
So we were
wow.
busy all the time, like all week we were busy. And I remember one day I came in and it was just such a stressful shift. And I was so upset, and I had just come back from my days off. And like we were like in the middle, it's called the weeds because you're just like so busy, like it's nonstop.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
I just remember like I looked down and I took a selfie, and I was like, "Do you see how upset you look right now, Diana? If you keep this up where you just don't keep focusing on your side hustle, then you're gonna keep looking like that every 5 days. So you take your every 7 days, you work your 5 days, you take your 2 days off, and you feel like you're free, but then you come back to work and you're miserable again. I was just like, if you want to keep feeling like that again, then keep up with what you're doing instead of focusing on what you need to focus on. So I just remember that and it's just like you've come so far to not live the life that you always wanted. You might as well, keep pushing until it happens. My cousin, we're kind of like on the same boat. We're like pursuing entrepreneurship, and it's something that our parents would just do not understand. And my dad was like, "How long is this gonna take me? Do you have like a time limit?" And my cousin was like, "No, it's as long as it takes." So that's like a mentality that you have to have. Like you said, you just can't try it out for a bit and then give up because it takes so much growth. And I'm still not even where I want to be. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like thinking of how much I've done so far. I'm just like it's not worth it to stop right now because I might as well see this through. Not go back to what I don't want to. I don't want the rest of my life to look like.
Yeah, that's you know what, that absolutely is something that I want people to hear, and you can't tell them enough. And I know you follow Russell, you probably follow Steve Larson. I follow other entrepreneurs, and I go back and watch on their videos,
Yeah.
and they always say the same thing. It's like, I was unhappy, I got fired, or they had their backs against the wall, and that put
Yeah.
me right through, because at that point
Yeah.
you realize that I don't want to live that life that I used to live before, where you
Yeah.
telling you what to do all the time. And I can tell you from personal experience right now, I work a full-time job, and things are getting
Okay.
so bad in there that when I
Yeah.
come in the afternoons, I just go and my main focus right now is like create content, and
Yeah.
be challenging at times, because you come tired, and then you got, I'm married, so I get my wife, and we gotta have a little bit of family time, and I cannot
Yeah.
completely like block that out, but she understands that I'm doing this because in the future I wanted to spend more time with her, more time with her family, and not live that miserable life. Like you said, like every 5 days, like today's Friday, I was 1 o'clock, it was my time to leave, and I couldn't leave fast enough.
Yeah.
And do you want to live that life for the rest of your life, or wait till you're 65 and you got too many aches and
No, not at all. That was just like going back to what you said. I just remember like I would have Sundays and Mondays off. And then Sunday was my me day, and I would hang out with my sister. And then somewhere around Monday, like halfway through the day, I would just get so sad. I'm like, tomorrow I'm back to work. It's just like I don't want to do that way anymore. Like there's no point in hating any day of the week.
Yeah, and this one you have to say, well, I'm not stopping right now.
Yeah,
And the teachings from Russell, to see that he's been doing this for almost 15 years, and
yeah,
finally the last 4 or 5, his company just took off. But all the failed trainings, all the failed businesses that he had before, and he never gave up. Because he could have just easily say, you know what, I'm not gonna keep putting my family and everybody through this. I just gotta go and try to find a regular job. He never did, and look at him where they are right now. And
Yep.
another person that I follow big time is like Steven Larson, and now seeing his growth over the last couple of years, and
Yeah.
it just gives you that inspiration to like say, you know what, it's gonna be difficult times. It's not gonna happen right away, but if you stay consistent and you learn from your mistakes, eventually you're gonna get to that point where you gotta be living that life. And I don't know if you're aware of Dog. He went through the Buffalo Way Challenge. I think you were in his Facebook group also, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's incredible the way he went to like two or three of those. He quit his job, which he was working in a restaurant, just like you.
Yeah.
So we can all relate to like we all work regular jobs, and like when his back was against the wall, he went all in, and he's creating all this success now. But after you see him going through the steps, he's also been falling into this pattern where the success came very fast, but he's feeling that like, am I supposed to be here? Like he made a post, I think it was like 2 or 3 months ago, about feeling that imposter syndrome.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's
How can
crazy.
you tell people when they get to that point where they're going with all the momentum and they get to that point and they go, wait, what am I doing? Like how can they get past that? Because I know a lot of people compare themselves to these guys that are making a living out of this, and they say, well, I'm not like them. How can they get past that point and just continue with their dreams and eventually reach that goal that they want at the end?
Well, the thing about imposter syndrome, the way like I've dealt with it because we all deal with it, is just you feel like you don't know enough. You know, you kind of feel like you're faking it till you make it. But the thing is, one thing that I believe in and why I like blogging is because I feel like everyone has a story to tell. So the way you experience things is different than the way I experience things. And maybe some people might resonate with you or they might resonate with me. But if I don't give myself that chance, then I'm kidding those people out of the potential that they eventually can have from watching my training or watching your training. So it's just like you kind of feel like I want to say like Spider-Man with the power of irresponsibility, where it's like Russell said, like if you know something, like it's selfish of you to not share it with the world because someone out there needs it. So it's just
That
like you have to get better so you can help other people get better, you know?
and that's so true, and I know a lot of people in probably my channel and the ones that will come in the future will be like, oh, he talks about ClickFunnels and Russell, but the truth of the matter is like everything that he says is so true. Like you say, if you learn something and you don't take it upon yourself to teach others, then you're doing a disservice to those people because your message is gonna change their lives.
Yeah.
You know, you doing blogging and teaching people how to do blogging the right way can change somebody's life. And lately, Russell and his podcast talk about the Traffic Secrets book that's coming, which is I'm really so looking forward to get it.
Yeah.
Be a killer one. And he said that I've been putting so many hours on and my heart on this book. And if you change one person's lives to change one other person's life, I think my job was done.
Yeah.
And that's so true. If you change somebody's lives with this interview, and I can change somebody's life with this interview to just get him started, like saying, well, you know what, I know it's not gonna be easy, but I'm not gonna give up and I gotta do this. I think you and I have done our job, man.
Yeah.
Don't you agree?
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, it's our responsibility, you know? So even if it's just one person, like one person is enough, you know?
And and when you do your content, I know you're doing like your blogging is about cooking, right? You really
I'm doing a lot right now, but it's just like right now I'm doing like a whole bunch of. I'm doing 3 blogs right now, and it's all like the food one. It's like a burger blog. That's like a case study, you know, and that's just like to show my group what zero to launch means with a brand new blog, you know, because I have one that I started in a year, and that's my affiliate marketing blog, and I started in January, and then I have the other one I started with my sisters. So in this one, I'm just like I'm starting it from scratch, and I'm showing you everything that goes into building a blog, like scaling a blog. You know?
and using SEO and would you recommend someone to do SEO and try another way of traffic to bring people to your blog, or like you mentioned before, you did like 2 months straight SEO, and you saw people visiting your blog, and spiked the click through rate.
Yeah. So okay. So the way I've seen it, because I've been doing this for a while now, and the best way I see that you can like get traffic, it's just like I said, it's SEO, your email list, and then if you do want to do social media, what you have to do is you have to build your own brand. You have to build, like, whether it's on Instagram, whether it's on Facebook, whether it's on Pinterest, whatever it may be, you have to find one traffic source, and that's where all your that's where all your traffic is coming from. You feel me? And it's like Russell said, so you have to build your audience on one platform, and then you'll be like, hey guys, I have a new blog post, and you're gonna be like, okay, let's go read that blog post. But if you're just like sharing it from time to time, and your audience isn't targeted, then they're not gonna care about your content at all. Because with my Instagram account, what I did was I got my personal account, and then I turned it into my business account. I was just like, hey guys, I got a new blog post. And at first they're like, yeah, it's cool, but eventually they're like, we don't care about affiliate marketing, so we're not gonna use your content.
Right,
You know,
yeah.
you have to niche down. You have to niche down, and then if that's your approach to how you're gonna get traffic to your blog, honestly.
That's awesome, and you know what? That's why he says concentrate on one, be the
Yeah,
champion of that one. Then once you build your subscribers, let's say like my main one right now is YouTube, because
yeah,
I've been doing way too many things, but I'm impressed by your blogging because the way you write your blogs, I'm not there yet, right? And that's why I
okay,
wanted to bring you into the channel. If some people are interested in learning blogging the right way, I
okay,
don't want to be one of those that just give, oh yeah, you can do this and you can do that, but I don't practice what I preach.
yeah,
And blogging is not my thing. I'll be honest with you. I tried
okay,
it, and my writing is terrible. And I'm not gonna tell you that I felt comfortable doing video because
yeah,
I never did. Like
okay,
my first 2 3 videos, if you see, they're terrible. I was nervous. I didn't know what to do, or I didn't know what to say. I wrote down the script, and I just kept going like and just babbling. But I understood that if I wanted to create my brand, YouTube was the best way instead of blogging. That doesn't mean that I'm not gonna go back into blogging.
yeah,
If you try to do too many things at once, then you're not really are gonna get good at anything at all. And I
yeah,
think that's one of the things that I took from the One Funnel Away challenge that Russell told Steven Larson: publish.
yeah,
Doesn't matter what
public,
platform, just publish, because that's gonna eventually save you and save your business. And
yeah,
against it, and I hear it all the time in his podcast where he says Russell always tell me to publish, and I said no, I'm not gonna do it. And he went to the funnel hacking live, and he said, well, if he tells me to start posting and start doing content, I'm gonna say no. I'm absolutely not gonna. I'm gonna be against it. And eventually he gave in, and that's what took him from working with him to where he has his own business.
yeah,
And one question is, when you are in those Facebook groups from ClickFunnels,
yeah.
you know, have you created friendships with other people, and like hopefully in the future maybe work with them in projects?
Oh yeah! Oh my god! Like I think that's one thing that I loved about the One Funnel Away challenge. It's just me personally, like you say, I have a lot of energy and stuff. I'm an introvert. Like I have a YouTube channel too, and the reason I started the YouTube channel is because I'm not comfortable in front of the camera. So I was like, I need to get over that. So I just started after the One Funnel Away challenge. I saw the potential in groups and the potential in networking with groups. So like at first when I was just doing it was just like I would leave a comment here and there from time to time. But the thing is that the more active you are in a group, you start like you call I think Alex Elliott called it priming. You know,
Okay,
like
okay.
you become omnipresent. I call it peacocking. You know, you're just like everywhere. You put your face everywhere. You know, like I've had people that are like, "Yo, I see you everywhere." So it's just like when you become consistent with it, people start sending you friend requests. Some people start messaging you. People ask you to join their group. You join their group, and you know, so far, like I said, I haven't been super active in groups. Like now, I've been super active. But from time to time, if something pops up and I know the answer, I'll say, you know, I'll put in my 2 cents. But I think what's this guy's name? He's a Swedish guy. His name's like Willem or something.
Oh, I
Um,
think I've seen him. I'm not in any of his group, but I've seen him somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, so he reached out to me like 2, 3 months ago, and he was like, "Hey, I'm writing an ebook on traffic. You know, can you give me a chapter on blogging?" I was like, "Sure." You know, so it's just like you just connect with so many people. You know, I've had someone reach out to me and they're like, "Hey, I know I saw that you do like SEO with like blogging and YouTube channels. Can you help me out?" And I was like, "Sure." And then she was like, "Oh, I'm scared to launch my YouTube channel." So like right now we're in the middle of like, trying to help her launch her YouTube channel. People reach out to me, they're like, "Oh, I need help launching my blog. What do you know about this?" So it's just like, and then you reach out to me too. So it's like it's cool that people reach out to you and they're like, "Hey, you know, can you help me with this, or can I help you with that?" So
Yeah,
I
and
see the potential in Facebook groups now, and I think the best part about Facebook groups is that when you first start doing entrepreneurship online, it's something different that you know people around you they don't understand, like at all. You know, so like I remember I'd be like, "Oh guys, I wrote a blog post," and I'd be like, "Oh, I learned this about SEO, and I learned this about content creation," and people are they're like, "I don't know what you're talking about. I don't care." So it feels nice to find people that actually understand what you're talking about and they care about what you're talking about. You know?
and that's why I always preach: if you haven't gone through the one phone away challenge, do so. It's the best $100 you're ever gonna spend because that's how you and I met. And I don't, I maybe you're familiar with Jorge Santillana. He has his own Facebook group, but the way I met him was he took another course that I took before,
Okay.
and then Nicholas Dodge. He's another guy that he's actually was doing lives every single day through the one phone away challenge.
Okay.
Now I talk to them all the time, and as you say, I'm not as active in Facebook groups just because of my time, and then the time that I spend is like creating my YouTube videos and the SEO and all that stuff. But I try, and then I've seen your lives, and I think the first message that I sent you was like, I saw you blogging, and I said, you know what? If I ever want to start my own, I know who I'm gonna go for. I know.
Oh,
Trying
nice.
to
I
say
remember that.
I, s- and that stuck in my head. And I said, you know what? This is so amazing the way you can network with other people that are just like you. They think like you, and you don't feel like you're alone because the last 3 years that I've been doing and trying to, create an online business, I felt so alone. Like,
Yeah.
where do I ask? Who do I ask? I'm like, I don't even know where to go. And then you purchase a course and they tell you, well, yeah, this is the module 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that's it. And
Yeah.
of course, and then you feel like, okay, so now what? Where should I go? And that's the beauty of Facebook groups, and that's a good thing that has exploded. I believe this is the year that would just completely took off. Like,
Yeah.
it's amazing to see how they all pop. They got their own, and you go there and you ask questions, and there's a lot of people that are literally ready to help you get to that next level. And when you're stuck in something, feeling someone that legit comes and help you, it just gives you that momentum to say, you know what, I'm not gonna give up now because I have all these other people, and if they find success, I want to find success with them. I don't just want to be in the silence just looking.
Yeah.
If I would have followed them,
Yeah.
level, right? That's what you want to do.
Yeah.
So it's amazing to see, and you know what? One of the things that I learned from the books is he talks about the Dream 100,
Yeah.
and the Dream 100 basically is this, and
Yeah.
what the one for like challenges, and people, I guess some have their own approach where it's like they try to pitch you stuff instead of trying to like really get to know you.
Yeah.
It can be annoying at times, but also it's the one thing that can help you just move forward, right? And I start making my list of people that I have, seen in groups and very often I talk to, and I start making my list, and it just dawned on me like a couple weeks ago. Made a video about the Dream 100, and I say, wait, I'm making a YouTube video about the Dream 100, but how come I'm not doing it myself? Like,
Yeah.
to start doing what I'm teaching, right? So then I reach out to you and I reach out to other people, and and like I said, I really appreciate you jumping in this call and this interview, because I know it's gonna be very positive for people that come through the channel to see that they're not alone and they don't have to feel alone in this journey. And they can
Yeah.
go and reach out to you in the group. Like if they want to start a blog, go to your Facebook group, go to your YouTube channel, and ask you the questions, because in the end, we're all just normal people. We
Yeah.
only have taken more action than others. It's the only difference between us and the people that want to get started but they haven't,
Yeah.
because they're afraid.
Yeah.
And if there's something you can tell to someone that's still in the fence, whether they want to do blogging or YouTube, what will be the one thing you can tell them, or the one training that they should start with before they even like do anything?
Okay, so the one thing I'll tell them is, don't think, just do. Like seriously, don't think, just do. You know. And then training, the one fall away challenge. I've done a lot of trainings over the years. I've bought a lot of courses. I've read a lot of ebooks. I've seen a lot of YouTube channels. But there was something about the one fall away challenge that just like I don't know. It was just like everyone is good at one thing. You know, and you
Yes.
just have to find what it is, and you have to find the people that are interested in that one thing that you're good at. You know, so I remember what was my favorite week was the offer hacking week. When
Oh
the
yeah.
that was like when I learned about offer hacking, I was like, I hacked everything. Like I go to the movie, I'm hacking this. You know, like I watch a movie, I'm hacking the movie. It's just like, what are they trying to? What do they want me to get out of this? And how can I apply that to this? Like if you go back and read my blog post, back in April, that's when I did the one full away challenge. I wrote a blog post on how blogging and entrepreneurship is like Spider-Man. So I was just like connecting everything. I was like,
And,
this is like this is like that, you know? So that was like one of my favorite weeks, honestly. But
and
yeah, the
that's
one full away
why.
challenge, it's $100, and it was just like there's so much value. Oh, that and expert secrets. Like seriously, that's like the Bible for entrepreneurs. You know? Like,
If you haven't read the books or you haven't bought the books, why are you waiting? Like that's what I tell people all the time in my videos. Like they might be like, well, you're pitching with ClickFunnels, but the truth is that what you said is what I think of myself about the one follower challenge. And somebody posted something on Facebook today about what training changed everything for you. And I just put
yeah,
one follower challenge, and he replied, how come? I said it gave me the momentum that I needed to like just start doing something and
yeah,
think the process. And I had so many aha moments in that training where I was like, why am I not starting something right now and I just being in the sidelines and just taking more training? And like you say,
yeah.
think, just do. And then the things that you like you say, the funnel hacking. Now when I see a commercial, the hook, the story.
Story,
Oh,
offer,
yeah.
everything, everything. You watch a YouTube video and you're like, good story offer. You're like, yep, this is what's going on here. You know, you go to a store and you see it, you just start seeing it everywhere. And then what is it? Offer hacking and just hacking your competitors. That's something that has really helped me out this year. And that's one tip that I can give anyone watching this about blogging. The best way, and YouTube too. The
Yeah, yeah.
best way to like get better is to hack your competitors. You know, like you see your competition and you type into Google whatever your niche is about, whatever you're writing about, whatever your YouTube videos are about, and you see the top ranking videos, the top ranking blog posts, and you just read them. And the thing is, nobody's perfect. You know, you can read them and you'll see, well, they didn't write about this, so maybe I can write about this. You know, this is something I learned from Neil Patel, and he was just like, if there is a list on the top seven whatever, then you write the top 10 whatever, because those three make so much difference, so much difference. And then something I learned 2 weeks ago that I've started implementing is whatever you find on the top ranking pages of Google and YouTube in whatever niche you may be, whatever it is that they're talking about as far as like their title goes, you try to write the opposite, you know? Like if it's just like, or you try to one up them. So let's say it's like how to create a YouTube thumbnail or something.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
you be like using Canva. You'll be like, how do you create a YouTube thumbnail without Canva? People are gonna be like, okay, well everyone's talking about Canva. How do I do it without Canva? You know? So you have to get creative. But yeah, just like you just have to hack everything. Because that's how you get better. You know?
And that's exactly what I took out of this training. Like, you think you're reverse engineering everything else, and it just opens your mind to the possibilities out there that a lot of people just follow this one strategy.
Yeah.
You know, when they started, because you learn this on YouTube videos, but people are afraid to, like, dish out $100 for a better training. Like,
Yeah.
you buy a course for like $1,000, and it's so, some of them are so generic with their teachings, but the one follow away challenge really goes deep, and it's 30 days of intense training, and
Yeah.
that's what I like the most. And I tell you what, in all honesty, the last day I was sad.
Really?
I was sad because the interactions with Steven Larson on his lives and the people that were in the challenge. It's like, I created those friendships, which, I still talk to them every now and then on their Facebook groups, and I join most of us. I haven't started my own because my main after that, my main idea was, okay, well, I'm going for YouTube. I think that's gotta be my platform, and I like it, and I'm gonna try it, and I have to get, I have to do something that I'm scared, and if anything,
Yeah.
was get in front of the camera. Like, I was completely scared, and I took a video, and I think I took that shot by 20 times. Go to my
Yeah.
phone, delete, 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 and at one point I said, you know what? I just gotta put it out there. It's not gonna be perfect, but um, perfection is never the end goal. It's the value that you give people, right? And that's what you want to do.
Exactly. Well, as long as they got the information, like that's what matters at the end of the day.
And
You
sometimes,
know.
like I said, with blogging, it's been taking me a while. It's gonna take me a little more while to put into, my ideas into a writing piece of content.
Yeah.
For now, it's a little bit easier for me to just spit it out, in front of a video. But
Yeah.
I want to get there, and how my, like you say, you have to have a home base. And one of the things that I noticed was that as I got into another niche within YouTube, there was a guy that was into the electronics niche, and eventually he reached out 1 million subs, and
Okay.
he was not in compliance with certain guidelines with YouTube, and his channel got shut down.
Wow, that's
1 million
crazy.
subscribers, and he was proactive. He actually has a Facebook group,
Yeah.
has a blog post. So what he was doing was taking people from his YouTube into those two outlets. He started another YouTube channel, and he's already up to, like, 1,000 subscribers. And like you say, you create your email list, which
Yeah.
that it's the first thing that everybody tells you, especially Russell. The money's in the email list.
Yep.
And I guess a lot of us, when we start, we worry more about getting the sales first, and we don't think about, well, in the future, what happens if my platforms get shut down?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? How are you gonna contact that person? But if you got their emails, you know that eventually that can save your business in the end.
Yeah.
You know?
So
And
you have to like, hey guys, this is what happens. This is what's going down, and this is what the email list is for.
and then you go and say, I just opened another platform. You guys can go look at what I'm
Yeah.
doing in this platform. And that's it.
Basically.
and then you got all those followers. They just go back there because they already subscribed to you. So
Exactly.
it's one of the things that I always say. You know what? If I'm gonna start the right way, that's what I'm gonna do. And you know, yes, you want to make the sales, but you also want to make sure that you recover in the end. And one thing Russell always said is, you know, amateurs worry about the front end, but the pros always worry about the back end, the email.
Yeah. That's what you have to focus on. Like this is the, you know, I tell myself all the time, I'm like, this is long term, you know, like you have to worry about, you know, you have to worry about end game, just like the Avengers. This is like you have to think about the end in mind, you know, not just like the beginning, like you said. So it's all about how this is gonna pan out later on. Because one thing I like to think is like everything is connected, and if there's a disconnect, then you have to go back and fix it. You know what I'm saying?
So
So
yeah, and that's one thing that I hope people don't lose. And I think that's what people lose patience on. You know, they're like, I want sales now. I want to have $1,000. I want to like have $2,000 a month. But you know, they don't think about the end goal is like, you know, it's in the future. It's like
yeah,
all this work that you're doing up front is gonna pay off eventually.
yeah,
And
exactly.
you know,
Get patient.
patience. I think that's consistency and patience is one of the two things that a lot of people have to work on. You know,
Yeah,
because they want results like today. Like if I start my blog today, they want to see the sales by Friday next week.
exactly. That's not the way it works at all.
So when did you really start your entrepreneurial career? Like how long you've been doing this?
I've been doing this like on and off for like 5 years now. I remember a friend of mine hit me up from middle school, and she was like, "Hey, we should catch up." And I was like, "Sure." And it was like I had no idea at the time. It was like she was pitching me for an MLM company,
Okay.
and she was like, "Oh, you know," she's like, "It's $500, and if you sign someone up, you get $500." And I was like, "That's awesome." She was like, "I need $500 right now," and I was like, "I don't have $500." And she was like, "How do you tell me that you work 40 hours a week and you don't have $500 to drop on anything?" And I was like, "Damn, like she's right, you know." So I started looking into like online business and stuff, and I found out about affiliate marketing. And I'm telling you, like, I went like 6 months just doing research. Like I would, every day I would do a blog post on how to start a blog, on how to get started with affiliate marketing, like affiliate products, like all this stuff. And I was just like learning, but I wasn't doing anything because I was so scared. And then eventually, like, a job promotion at a restaurant in downtown Miami, and it was just like it was so stressful. I was like, you know what, screw this. I'm out of here. I got money saved up. I was like, I'm gonna pursue this, see what happens. So I quit my job and like I gave it a go, but I was just like I was ready from the wrong people, you know. So I didn't make any money. I didn't learn anything. I got scammed. So that happened when we first get started, and I went back to work. And then I found training and I learned about creating pitch websites. I learned about ranking blog posts. I learned about creating articles and all that stuff and how to do affiliate marketing the right way. And then I kept at it and it took me like a year, like almost a year and a half to make my first sale. And I got never forget, I was on the phone with my friend, and then I got a notification on my phone that congratulations, you made a sale, you got a commission. I was like, what? I'm on the phone, so I didn't work for it today. So it's just like when people say that you build a passive income online, yeah, some people like to argue that there's no such thing because you had to build that work. But the thing is that if I build a blog post today and a year from now it makes me money, that's passive income. You know, 2 weeks ago I was at a restaurant with my family. I got an email that I earned commission. Like I was having dinner, so I didn't make it while I didn't make that money while I was making dinner. I made it because of work I put in the past. You know, so
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
learned that, but then it was just like I was at a point in my chef career where I was actually moving up. So I was like, I went from working 35, 40 hours a week as a cook to working like 60, 80 hours a week as a chef. So I was like, I don't have time to work on my business, you know? Like it took it took a back burner, and that's one problem that we have, that we discussed, that you don't see the results. And I feel like the reason why we're so inclined to give up so soon is because we've been conditioned with a paycheck. It's just like you show up, you put in work for 2 weeks, and then you get a paycheck. But when you start your own business, you start to become an entrepreneur, you don't get paid because you work 2 weeks. Just because I write a blog post for 2 weeks doesn't mean I'm gonna get paid in 2 weeks. Excuse me. You're gonna get paid based on your result. You know? So I was on and off for a while. Then for a minute, I was consistent. I was making I had 2 articles on the first page of Google, and I was getting constant traffic. I was making money every day. I was like, man, this is good. And then I got cocky. I was like, you know what? I don't really care. This is how it goes. I was like, I'm good. I'm like, I'm making good money with my job. I'm making good money online, and then it just stopped. And I was like, man. So it was like back to square one. And then last year, I had a really, really tough year, personally. It was just mentally exhausting. Honestly, it's crazy that this year alone, I've written over 100 pieces of content. I posted
Wow,
50 videos on my YouTube channel.
that's
Last
awesome.
year, last year I had 2 blogs and I posted less than 10 blog posts. I was just my heart was not in it at all. So last year I was like, you know what, Diana? You've been doing this for a while and you say you're gonna commit and then you don't commit, and then you get comfortable with the money every 2 weeks, but then you get upset because you hate working. So it's just 2019 we're gonna focus. So 2019 has been my foundation year, and I've just been building foundations. It's I've committed myself this whole year to just seeing this through. Because the alternative is going back to a job I'm not gonna be happy at because I'm working Christmas.
Yeah,
And that's
yeah,
one
yeah.
thing I was like, I don't want to work Christmases anymore. I don't want to work Thanksgivings anymore. This year my mother was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do for Mother's Day because I don't spend Mother's Day with you. Because when you work in the restaurant industry, you have to work. You have to work Mother's Day. So she was like, I haven't had a Mother's Day with you in 10 years. And I was like, oh,
Wow.
that hurt, Mom. I was
Yeah,
like,
that's
that's
rough.
one of my why. So that's another reason why I pursued entrepreneurship, because that working when other people tell you to work, I don't want that anymore. That's not fun. Yeah,
It's
you get
not.
2 days off a week, but that whole, hey, we need you to come in. Hey, if you don't come in, you're fired. Nah, I'm not down with that anymore. So
Yeah, no, that's awesome, and you know what? And that's why I appreciate you coming into the channel and have this interview, so people can see that is we all go through that struggle, and we are in the same boat. But like you say, the commitment is what you need to get that first. Don't just think that you just gotta walk in and say, well, I'm gonna get in front of the camera, or I gotta go to Wix or whatever website you to build your blog, and then tomorrow you're gonna start seeing that money like
no,
that
not at
way.
all.
And you're gonna go to these ups and downs until you finally get to that level where you understand the things. But like you also said, you have to keep getting better. So you
Yeah,
teach others what you're learning, but have that time where you're doing the foundation. And like you, I believe that 2019 was the year of my foundation because working full time and uh, only having a few hours when I get home and create my YouTube videos has been like a lot of days where I'm just like, "Ah, I just don't feel like filming today. And I get here and my wife and I have a little talk, and I say, you know what, sweetie, I'm gonna go into the room, I'm gonna start filming my videos, and she's like, all right. And I shoot 3 or 4, and then I take a day, I edit it, and then it's like, I'm proud of myself that up to this point I got up to 70. Um,
that's awesome.
and that started right after the One From Away challenge, and that's why
Yeah,
that gave me that push. And there's the foundation, and I just know that 2020 is gonna be the one where it's just, the business is
yeah,
gonna take off because we are, like you say, we already did the foundation this year. We know where we stand. Now
yeah.
we know where we're gonna take it and how we're gonna do that in the next year and the end of this year. So I think one of the last questions that I have for you is when people are in that stage of Well, yeah, this sounds great and everything, but I don't have the time. And I think that's the number one thing that everybody says. I don't have the time. What will you tell them?
Pace yourself. You know, um, some people they can create content every single day of the week. Some people create one awesome piece of content every week. My suggestion is give yourself a consistent schedule. Like you tell yourself you're gonna post one video a week, or one blog post a week, or two. If it's due on Wednesday, don't start the blog on Wednesday because you're setting yourself up for failure. Start it on Monday. One thing that I've been doing lately is on Mondays I usually have my planning day. So what I do is I come up with content ideas, and then I do my thumbnails for my videos and I do my title cards for my blog posts. So I don't have that wasting my time the day I have to upload my content. And then usually what I do is I use either Google Docs on my phone or I just get a piece of paper like on my notebook and I write down my content. Like I write an outline on Monday for the first blog post that's due, and then on Tuesday I'll type it up, and then Wednesday I just upload and that's it. So usually it takes me like an hour and a half to create a piece of content. So you can't tell me you don't have 90 minutes a week to write one piece of content. Same thing with a video. Probably takes you like an hour or two to get it right. You can't tell me you don't have 2 hours a week. There's a lot of hours in the week. And
It
for just
is.
like one awesome piece of content, it's gonna take you longer, but it's enough for now. So you can't say that there's not enough time. You just don't want to make your time, and that's all it comes down to. Like,
And I tell you because I have a family member, and hopefully this person watches the video because I'm gonna reach out to them and tell them watch this video. And it was interesting to find out that she saw that I had a YouTube channel. It's like, you have a YouTube channel? I said, yeah. She goes, well, I want to start, and she has this whole plan on
yeah.
on the book where she wants to create, homeschooling because she does homeschooling for her kids. But
Okay.
she has all this plan, and I say, let's get started. Like, I'll show you. I looked over your shoulder, and I'll give you what I know, because I
Yeah.
help you get there. And it's been like 2 3 weeks, and I don't think she has showed anything. I have
Yeah.
to her say, did you upload the video? Is your channel up? And that's why I hope that she realizes what you just said. Don't pace yourself at the beginning, and once you get that schedule, the proper schedule, then it's just gotta be flawless, and you're
Yeah.
just gotta go out boom, 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 and when you look back, you'll be like, okay, oh, I got about 50, 60, whatever pieces of content out there, and you gotta feel that momentum. And like I said, for me, it's like I already have on the schedule how I do things. I take like 2 days to shoot my videos, a couple hours after I come back from work, and then I just take one day to edit them, and then, like you said, a day for my thumbnails, and then just schedule the videos. And sometimes I got 2 3 weeks ahead. And
Yeah.
within those 3 weeks, then I work on the other ones, like getting the ideas, like you say, go on YouTube, see what's trending, what's coming, what can I do, and then people reach out on Facebook, or I see blog posts, and that just gives me ideas for other things, and just to see if people are searching for, and that's the latest thing that I've been implementing in the last month and a half, how I create my content.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, pacing is very, very important. At the beginning, eventually it becomes a habit, kind of like, when you first learn how to drive, I mean, you're always like, okay, put on your seatbelt and get on the car, take the mirror. But now you get in the car, you're ready to go, like
Oh
it's
yeah,
become
yeah.
second nature. So that's what you have to get to the point where it becomes second nature. So you're not like, because the problem is you're trying to figure out every step, until it becomes, second nature, like I said.
Yeah, yeah. So one more time, where can they find you on the Facebook group, and what's the name of your YouTube channel?
Okay, so as far as the Facebook group goes, you can just type in Blog Life Master Plan into Facebook, the search bar, or you can type in facebook.com/, what's it called, groups, and
Groups.
then Blog Life Master Plan, or you can just type in dianatake2.com/blog life group, and then it will take you there. Pretty much it. And then my YouTube channel's name is Diana Take Two. Then the blog's name is DianaTake2.com.
All right, guys. So I'm gonna put links on the description so you guys can reach out to her. If you, I know that some people might be interested in doing, blogging, but also if you put it on this perspective, is Google and YouTube are the top two search engines in the world. So
Yeah.
why don't start over there? Like, like you say, have a home base. Your blogging will be your home base, and if you want to start a YouTube channel after, then you can just put them together.
Yeah.
But at least start with the top two search engines right now in the world, YouTube and Google. And I think maybe you agree with me that if you want to start somewhere, that will be one of the two places that you want to start, and then you move up into the rest.
Oh yeah, of course. With Google, it's the number one search engine on the planet, and then Google owns YouTube, and YouTube is the second search engine on the planet. And the thing is, whenever you need to, whenever you want to learn anything, whenever you need answers to anything, you type it into Google, and then if you want to learn how to do something, you type it into YouTube. So it's just like, why not, hold in on that, take advantage of it, and use it to your advantage so you can grow your business. It's like the problem with social media, unless you have like a target group of people that you're, talking to every single day, is that when you're on Instagram, like you're not in the mood to buy things. Especially like in our industry, affiliate marketing products, people are gonna be on Instagram. They're like, oh, you know what? I want to look at cute dogs on my phone. I want to like
Yeah,
get
yeah.
SEO points. No, they're not doing that. But on Google, people are typing in, how do I make money online with affiliate marketing in 30 days? That's what people are typing in. So you have to create content on that, and then that's how they find you. Same thing with Facebook. And then with YouTube, like it's the thing, people just type into YouTube, how do I learn to do this? Then you just have to teach them how to do that. And, when you put the two together, like you said, it goes hand in hand. Like, the fact that you share your YouTube link in your blog post, like, it
Yeah.
hikes up, like, your rankings. Both YouTube and Google simultaneously. So it's just like, those two together, unstoppable.
You see uh, that's one trick that I hope people are taking notes for that, because that's something that you see a lot when you enter search on Google, and you see they always put the top YouTube searches
Yeah.
too on the bottom. So if you're ranking one for blogging and YouTube, you're basically gonna get unlimited traffic.
And you'll see it a lot depending on like what you type in. That like the top ranking search results, it'll be like a YouTube video and then a blog post, and then sometimes it'll be like the same person. So it's just like that's what you need to focus on doing.
Unlimited traffic, and you're once you get to that point, your business is just gonna take off.
Yeah.
Well, Diana, I really, really appreciated you jumping into this call with me and into this interview. I mean, you just dropped dimes over there for people to understand, even for me. Because, for
Thank
blogging
you
for
for
the
having me.
SEO is still, there's certain things that, especially doing blogging, like, putting together keywords and backlinks and stuff like that, is something that, still I need to understand that a little bit better. But that's why
Yeah.
I do YouTube, because YouTube is a little bit easier, because you
Yeah.
search engine, and then you do your tags, and you see what's trending, and that's how you create your videos. So I hope that a lot of people got a lot of value out of this video, that they actually, like you say, take action, be patient, and work on your business, and think what's coming ahead, and not just worry about, okay, what am I gonna do? And the one thing I know we both agree in it is email, email, collect those emails, because that's the main key for your business to succeed.
Exactly. Because what's it called? You can have your blog, you can have your blog set up, you can have a YouTube channel, and you can have people come up and check out your content from time to time. That's cool and all, but the thing is, you need to keep them coming back. And the way to keep them coming back is having them subscribe to an email list, having them subscribe to your channel. Like As long as there's a way for you to reach out to them every single time, like it's gonna help you out a lot.
Well, I really appreciate it. I know this is not the last time we're gonna actually have an interview. I hope like in the future we can do this again.
Oh
And
yeah, no problem.
I really really appreciate it. You have no idea, and I hope that this teaches people that hey, reach out to if you need help from someone, don't feel like you can't reach out to anyone to help you out.
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean? Like you said it yourself. Like people reach out to you all the time from being active in Facebook groups.
yeah,
Understand that yeah, we all look up to Russell, we all look up to Steven Larson and all these other guys, but they started somewhere, and at this point in their careers, it's kind of like difficult to reach out to them. You need to go to Funnel Hacking Live and all these events to ask
yeah,
one on one. But all of us that are learning from them, you know, if you need any help, why not reach out on the YouTube channel or the Facebook groups? We're here to help each other because this is a community of entrepreneurs which is
yeah,
booming, and I get a lot of people have the misconception there's competition.
yeah,
But when you really start talking to other people, you realize that it's not really competition. We're all looking for the same thing, and we just want to help each other.
yeah. What's it called? What was I gonna say? I totally forgot what I was gonna say right now. Oh man. But yeah. Oh no, no, no. As far as like reaching out and stuff, yeah. Like I have no problem people reach out to me. One thing that I've been doing lately is just like you ask me a question, I'm gonna answer it 100%. So like if you do decide to join the group, you reach out, I'm gonna answer your question as thoroughly as I can. I've had some people where they'll reach out and then they're afraid to stop reaching out because they think I'm gonna charge them for something, and it's just like no, I just want you to know what I already know because I don't want you to waste your time like I have in the past. You know. And one lesson that we all learned a long time ago is that if you never ask, the answer will always be no. So
Yeah,
don't
exactly.
be afraid to ask. Like, I have no problem with you asking, Like,
And,
go ahead and ask. People
and,
hit me
and
up
if,
on Messenger, just, hey, how do I do this? If I know how to do it, I'll show you how to do it. If not, I'll send you to someone that doesn't know how to do it.
and that's the thing, and this is a perfect example. I reach out to you and other people and say, hey, you know what? I just came up with this idea. Like, I don't know everything, and then certain things that I would love for people to know in my channel. And as my audience start to grow, they can always come back to these videos and learn, the stuff that I really don't know how to work them out. And I reach out to you, and very nice, and you said, yeah, sure, I'll jump out, and then we'll work it out the schedule, and only to show you that, like you say, if you don't ask, you will never know what the answer is gonna be. But most times, it's gonna be yes because
Yeah.
you want to help out, and if you don't ask, you'll never get any answer. And it's one of the things that I learned from the One Funnel Away challenge. Like, reach out to people because the Facebook group that's being created for that specific training is for people to come. Hey, I don't know how to do this. Where should I find this? And people jump and start, doing comments on those posts, and basically we're helping each other. So we're doing the same thing over and over and over during just 30 days. But that doesn't mean that has to be the end of it.
Yeah.
So, Diane, don't hang up. I'm gonna stop the recording right now, and to thank you for being here. And if there's something else that you would like to add before we actually stop the interview.
Yeah, last thing, if you guys want to learn like the basics of how to start your blog and monetize it, you guys can head on over to dianna32.com/blog launch, and it's just a super thorough article on like every single step from like what to write about to how to start making money with your blog. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Awesome. So, guys, listen, there's gonna be links in the description of this video. Reach out to her. She's always there to help you out. And if you want to create beautiful blogs, you that's the person you need to reach out to her. And listen, just so you know, eventually I'm gonna hire her to work with me and create my blog. So at that point, she might not be able to, but reach out to her right now if you can. All right,
All
Diane,
right.
let me stop the recording and then I will talk to you and before we hang out.
All righty then.
Thanks everybody for checking out the video. Ladies and gentlemen, I know this video was long, but I hope that you picked a lot of good stuff that she dropped in the video, a lot of good tactics and strategies that you actually can start using for your own. If you're just getting started, then you can actually implement those strategies right away so you don't have to go to that struggle. And also, there's gonna be links in the description for her Facebook group, her YouTube channel. If you want to reach out to her, like she said, she's always willing to help people. So go into Facebook, look for her group, get her help if you want to do blogging. She's one of the best out there. I've seen her work and is very, very good. And if you want to see more interviews like this, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button so you guys, when I release my videos, and if it's another interview, you will know first. Also, leave me comments in the comment section. What do you think about the interview? What did you took out of the entire conversation? It was something that you like. And also share it so other people can see that entrepreneurs are actually doing collaborations with each other, because in the end these experiences are only helping us move forward with our business. You don't have to feel like you're doing this alone. There's other people like you, and you can reach out to them if you have any questions about anything. They can help you out because they've been there. They know the struggles, and they learn these strategies, and they can just give you a little shortcut so you don't have to waste that much time by creating these pieces of content that you want to put out there. And with that being said, guys, I will see you on the next video. Thank you for watching.